Hi, good afternoon. I'm Dwight de Leon reporting from Rappler here in Manila. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. welcomed his Indonesian counterpart Joko Widodo in the Malacanang Palace this morning. Widodo, or Jokowi as he's better known, arrived in Manila last night, Tuesday, for an official visit that will last until tomorrow, Thursday. The two heads of state have met with each other, bumped into each other, or have been in the same room numerous times since President Marcos became Chief Executive of the Philippines 2 years ago. The first one was in September 2022 when Marcos flew to Jakarta for a state visit. That was his first ever foreign trip as Philippine President. Malacanang previously said that this latest visit by Jokowi in Manila will take stock of the progress that was made in Philippine-Indonesia relations following Marcos' state visit in Jakarta in 2022. The two presidents held a bilateral meeting this morning, and in a press statement after that meeting, President Marcos said that Philippines and Indonesia witnessed the signing of a memorandum of understanding on energy cooperation. President Marcos added that another MOU on the field of science and technology is nearing completion, and the two countries have also agreed to expedite the memorandum or the completion of the memorandum of understanding on the further development of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The Philippines and Indonesia also reiterated their support for the universality of the UNCLOS, or the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Seas. Marcos and Jokowi have doubled down on these and in previous ASEAN summits, but the latest statement comes amid heightened tensions in the West Philippine Sea between Manila and Beijing, which has challenged the 2016 arbitral ruling that invalidated China's all-encompassing claims in the ever-important waters. I talked to geopolitical analyst Don McLean Hill last week, and when I asked him about the significance of this visit by Jokowi here in Manila, he said it's about the Philippines constantly engaging with like-minded partners, neighbors specifically, as the Indo-Pacific region beefs up its security capabilities, while, quote, not falling victim to great power politics, meaning not falling deeper into the US-China competition by taking a side. In his press statement, Jokowi says the two countries agreed to strengthen border cooperation, accelerate revision of border patrol agreement and border crossing agreement, settle continental shelf boundaries, continue to open market access, and strengthen defense cooperation. Indonesia also asked the Philippines support in connection with safeguard protocols on Indonesian coffee products. Outside the Malacanang complex, a few kilometers from here, some labor groups held a rally calling for the release of Mary Jane Veloso. She is this migrant Filipino worker who has been in prison in Indonesia for over a decade now due to drug trafficking. The Philippine government, represented by Foreign Secretary Enrique Manalo, asked his Indonesian counterpart in 2022 to grant executive clemency to Veloso. Marcos himself asked Jokowi on the sidelines of the 2023 ASEAN Summit to re-examine the case. And yesterday, Foreign Secretary Manalo did the same thing, which is basically asking the Indonesian government for executive clemency to Veloso. Jokowi is already on his last term. He is constitutionally barred from prolonging his stay in office. Indonesians are set to go to the polls in February to pick his successor. The possibility could be one candidate in that election will get a simple majority of votes and will be president. If no candidate gets 50%, at least 50% of the votes, the top two candidates will head to a runoff later this year. But anyway, Widodo or Jokowi is expected to retire in October this year, or the winner will assume the presidency in October this year. Jokowi is among the most influential figures in Indo-Pacific politics, and his retirement is going to be seen as an end of an era. But I talked to Don Hill last week, and he said that Jokowi is far from a lame duck president because of the power that he wields. His anointed successor is the front runner in the presidential election, while his son is also running for vice president. Jokowi is scheduled to visit a number of factories here in Metro Manila and nearby provinces this afternoon before returning to his hotel later tonight. He will leave the Philippines tomorrow. And that's your Rappler Recap here in Manila. I am your palace reporter, Dwight de Leon.